Few games can say they've stood the test of time. Even fewer can say that they did that while being multiplayer based. This is one of those lesser few. This game needs no true introduction, and it needs no true reason as to why I'm reviewing it, other than I love this game. And I forgot that for a good long while. So, with that being said, this time on That Game Review Show, my name is Terrell, and I'm going to be taking a look at Team Fortress 2. TF2 is a very simple class-based first-person shooter where you pick one of 9 mercenaries and get placed on either a red or blue team and fight over an objective on any given map. TF2 is a fairly bare-bones game when it comes to modern shooters of today. But it has a lot of team-based gameplay, hence the name, as well as it has a large array of game modes. But the nice touch is they're all objective-based. And Lord, they're just fucking fun, alright? At times they can be a bit repetitive, I will admit, but they're fun all the same. I would say all the core game modes are really something that is not new and nothing grandiose like innovative, because they weren't meant to be. They were meant to be the playmat of which the innovation took place. TF2's concept with its very diverse cast of characters was its innovation. It was supposed to be that the map will never play out the same way twice, at least from a casual perspective. There are many other ways about going about it. Want to be a bunch of demo nights and just rush it? Go for it. You want to have a well-balanced team and actually go through the map strategically? That works too. You want to have 14 medics and 1 heavy and just have an Uber chain the size of Texas? Texas is a good one. Have an Uber chain the size of Texas? Go for it again. The possibilities were just endless, and it was pretty much like a sandbox for you and a team, which, thinking about it now, is a really good way of putting it. The reason I say it's good to call it a sandbox is when I first started playing TF2, I mainly just used it as kind of like a game that was more of a shell, and me and my friends would go on empty servers, empty custom servers, and just do like melee battles or, this merc only battles, and we would limit ourselves in that way, but we had so much fun for so many hours just doing it that way. And now that I get to kind of play the game again fully as the way it was meant to be, competitively and, casually and stuff like that, I noticed that is still there. It's just on the smaller scale as you progress throughout the map. However, Valve did take it upon themselves to add in some more community-based and more custom, almost game modes into TF2 with actual servers, and it's really kind of nice to have something that really shakes up the formula of the game. Things like Man Up, I believe it is. It's grapple hook game mode where you get to fly around the map to take the objectives, as well as things like Speedball. I have never properly played Speedball because I never quite understood it, but you know what? It shakes it up and it's a great thing to have in there. And then there's always the fantastic Man vs. Machine. The trailer for that was amazing, and the game mode itself is just as amazing. I love playing it. Sucks that you have to have Man Up tickets in order to play it properly, but you know what? I can manage. Man Up or Man vs. Machine is just the very, very PvP competitive mode, and it's a lot of fun. And if all else fails, hopping onto any random community server to play things like Dodgeball, Saxton Hale, Prop Hunt, and just so many more, the possibilities are absolutely endless on there. Not only does the game have fantastic custom servers, it also is made in Source Engine, so it has a lot of open-ended creativity when it comes to having just a plethora of maps. I mean, you can have anything from stuff that has been in there from release to the most absurd shit you'll ever have thought of. And I do mean that. If you go looking around those community servers, you'll find something. Just give it a try. Go on. No, I'll wait. Actually, I won't. I gotta keep going with this review. But my point is, the map selection is so diverse that you can have things that are very, very vanilla, very, very within the style, and then you're just a server change away from having something completely different and completely, either really colorful or really weird, really absurd, and then you can just dial back into the normal game again. It is just so open-ended and so nice and free that I just love it. Now, the thing about the base game is the color palette is very, very plain. It is, you got your gunmetals, and you got your rust orange, and you got red and blue, and maybe a little bit more color if you add in cosmetics. But there's not a whole lot going on there. However, the community took it upon themselves, start making maps. Let's make some maps for our game. Some of them went in this direction with snow maps, and then Valve's like, I like these, we're going to put them in the game. Some of them went with industrial maps, and they went, I like those, we're going to put those in the game. And there are just so many maps that Valve is like, you know what, have the workshop, have ways of loading maps into your custom servers, and just have fun with it. We're going to support the maps we like the most here internally, and it's a really nice thing that they did. I say they did because the last time they added new maps was Pyro update. Still waiting on that heavy update, guys. Come on. Just give it. I'll be waiting. Anyway, I love it. I just love the fact that it is so open to a creative audience, and that the fact the community took it upon themselves to match where that creativity needed to be. It shows just how much this game meant to people, and still does mean to people, because I'm sure that there are still people making maps to this day. And not just stupid maps, but like actual good playable maps that we will all eventually get to see.
Modes and maps are one thing, but the true experience comes from playing as the mercs. That's where you're going to get the most sense of enjoyment, at least that's where I do, and you're just getting to know the more intricate details and how to get better as these characters, getting good, as we say in the business. But how do I explain that to you? Well, the easiest way I can put it is Scout can take out a Heavy. Normally, Heavy can very easily just stop a Scout in its tracks. But with enough skill and enough time in the game, you just quickly learn that you can maneuver yourself faster than the Heavy can turn around. And it turns into something really funny and really almost magical. And it's that level of skill across 9 different characters where you just become something so scary at certain points with some of those characters that they're just so much fun to learn. Now, it is fair for me to say that some classes are just easier than the others. Things like Medic and Spy will take you a lot longer to learn than things like Heavy or even Soldier in that real respect. If you want to get good at Soldier, it takes a little longer than getting good at Heavy, but it is easier to play than trying to learn one of those two. I still don't fully understand how to play those two characters well and be a use to my team instead of a hindrance.
Personally, I just find myself enjoying having to get good at a video game again. Having something that I want to achieve and get good at and learn how to play. Because I know how to play shooters. I mean, not well, but I know how to play them. But now I have very intricate roles that I fit into when I play these classes. Or I can just mess around and have fun. It really is up to me. But the point is, I like to do it. It is fun for me to get on and practice, which is not something I've really been able to say about a lot of games. Because, you go in and you have the story and stuff, but after the story's done, you don't want to play it again. With TF2, there is no story. You're just playing it to play against other people. So, how do you keep playing it? You just want to get better. You want to win. You want to chase those points. You want to just be better at the game. And that is by far my favorite aspect of TF2, is that it once again reinvigorated me to be like, I want to get good at a video game. Overwatch, all these other games that have come out. Rainbow, all this shit. Fantastic. They're good games. They just didn't capture me like TF2 did again. I guess I could say I'm lucky on how I got back into it though, because I had friends who started playing it, and I just wanted to be a part of that.
I was just coming into a random room at college, and all of a sudden, yo, they were talking about playing Overwatch, and he didn't want to buy Overwatch, so what did they do? Downloaded TF2, and I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna jump in on that. I haven't played that game in a long-ass time. However, I will admit, the game does offer you things if just progressing and trying to get better is not the only thing you want. You want that reward. You want that incentive. So what do you get? If you just download the game outright and don't buy any packs or any stupid shit like that, you will get weapons and stuff that you can either craft into better things or trade or whatever. Or use, because those weapons can be fun to use. So always keep that in mind. And you'll get those just as you play the game. And TF2 added a leveling system, so you can always see just how much progress you truly made. Granted, level isn't exactly tied to skill, but at the same time, you start to learn things. The higher your level, you start to learn. That it's just how it is. You play in the game. You have to be learning something, and if you're not, how the fuck are you doing that? Because I'm impressed. Now, of course, we need to talk about it. It's just something we need to do and get out of the way right now. We got cosmetics, we got taunts, we got, hats. TF2 has always been big about hats. You can get random hat drops. It is a thing that can happen. And there are ways to get a hat for free. They take forever. It's not that easy. Almost a waste of time. There are hats through the Steam Marketplace that are not that expensive. You'll get crates. You could open crates like you do in CSGO. You have options. There are microtransactions. Buying taunts. Everybody loves to taunt in this game. Microtransaction. They do exist, however, I am not upset with this. Steam has created a marketplace in which things have inherent value. Things have actual value. So, you can buy and sell as you wish. They keep an economy going for a reason. Did they almost fuck that up? Yes, but we're not talking about that. The point is that they have a worth, so therefore keeping the game, one, relevant, and two, just interesting, because if you want something, you can probably just buy it from someone else. It is not that difficult of a concept. Not to mention, this is one of the games that revolutionized that Steam Marketplace idea. Now, don't get me wrong. This is all just my opinion. You may look at TF2 as a dated old game that really shouldn't be played by anybody anymore. Or you just discovered it and it's your favorite thing in the world. Either way, that's your opinion. This is just mine, and I'm gonna say it. I love the game. I'm going to continue to play the game, and it is going to be one of the reasons why I keep fucking up my reviews, because I keep playing the game. But with all that, I honestly won't regret it. I love playing this game, and I'm just going to keep getting better at it. However, I'm going to try and space out my time better now that school started, because I got a lot of games I gotta play. Have you guys seen what's coming out this winter? Holy fuck, that's a lot of games. I gotta get working. But just like that, I want to thank you guys for watching another video here on That Game Review Show. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to leave us a like. It helps us out a ton, and damn it do we need it for the algorithm, because we a small ass channel. Next week is Matthew's week, so don't forget to drop by and see us again then, where I have no clue what he's planning on doing, and I don't think he does either, let's be honest. But if you enjoyed what you saw, and you want to support us, go ahead and click subscribe. We'll be happy to see you again next time. Anyway, I'll see you in a couple weeks, guys. See you later.